What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. So, believe it or not, we're actually on episode 15 of this series, which is just insane. So, what I went ahead and did was, when I wasn't filming, I went away and I completed a few side quests, just a few unimportant things that, didn't need to be in the videos to save a bit of time. So I've unlocked some really great cosmetic items. So I've got this amazing dragon hide cloak, which just looks so cool. Changed his style a little bit, changed his hair a little bit, things like that. But other than that, he's pretty much the same. Apart from cosmetically, we're pretty much the same. I went ahead and unlocked some more spell slots because it's just going to come in handy. But as in terms of, you haven't missed anything. It's purely just been grinding. It's been collecting and things like that. So like story-wise, you've missed nothing. Side quests, it was nothing important. I did do a few side quests, but it was just menial fetch quests, things like that. So I have saved what I think will be important for you guys. So as you can see, I've been quite busy. So I haven't done these yet because I'm a little bit under-leveled. But I did go ahead and find all the Daedalian keys, and I also found enough of the demiguise statues to completely power up my Alohomora spell. So we can now get through level 3 locks, which is really cool. I then received an owl asking me to go and meet this person who I think is going to tell us why the statues have been put around, that's why I wanted to save it for you guys. So I thought that was interesting. The Daedalian keys we're also going to find out, and then I did all the assignments for these classes for us to learn new spells. So I'm going to quickly get these side quests out of the way because most of them are just collectible things anyway, and then we're going to go and do this main mission here. So I think we'll start off with the man behind the moon. So I did go around and collect as many of the demiguise statues as I could within the sort of regions that I had, and I got enough to rank up my spells, which did unlock this quest, which is here. So I don't know what this guy has to say, but which is why I saved it for the video, because I didn't want you guys to miss anything.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Those statues took time and effort.
Pardon me, sir, but about those curious demiguise statues I've seen.
What? Who are you? Why do you ask?
They're causing Mr. Moon terrible distress.
Ha! Good. That was the idea.
So you did create them?
Yes, I did. It was a ploy to give that pathetic oaf Moon a taste of the grief he caused me years ago. You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am, at the request of Mr. Moon. I received your owl on your stationery.
Ah, well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Hasn't changed a bit. Even when we were at school, he was a cowardly bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left school and he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. Even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
Mr. Moon does a good deal for the school, and he's taught me a lot. He's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were an inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly. Until you started clearing them out.
The statues are a form of bullying. You're no better than him. Perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
Okay, so he has a history with Mr. Moon. I don't want to call him Professor because he's not a teacher, so I don't know if that's wrong, but he does have a history. So he clearly is still holding a grudge to when they were in school. So we have at least got to the bottom as to why he's been putting them around. There's still quite a lot to find, but they're hidden like all over the map. I'm pretty sure every sort of little town, little village has them. So again, I'm probably not going to do that on video just because it's a grind and it takes so long. Like, it took me a very long time to get them all in the first place. And I just don't want to waste you guys' time. I want you to see just the important parts, the fun stuff. So the main missions, the dialogue I will show, but yeah, in terms of the collecting stuff, yeah, that all happens off screen.
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues. It was a classmate of yours that you bullied, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he does. Oh, we had such flowing locks, and we used to laugh about them. I laughed the hardest of all. Clever, clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go and pay a visit to my old friend.
Mr. Moon is not a nice person. I feel like Hogwarts has a knack for hiring not very nice caretakers. Let's go and check out what the reward is for the Daedalian keys. Again, that took a lot of time to do. It took so long. Luckily, it does tell you on the map in each region. Like when you go to the Flue Flames, it will tell you if there's one in that region. So it made it a little bit easier. But I did manage to get them all. And we can now place the crests.
The house chest.
And I think once we place them all in, we should get a nice reward. Which I'm assuming is going to be
The Daedalian Keys challenge is coming along nicely.
like Slytherin themed, because it's obviously all to do with the house. So I assume if you play through on Gryffindor, you'll get Gryffindor tokens and Ravenclaw and so on. So yeah, I assume it's going to be house based.
Another house token for the house chest.
Nearly there.
Here we go, the last house token. Time to see what's inside.
Don't get me wrong, the collectibles is fun. I like the little music sting.
Well, look at that.
Slytherin Relic
Let's go to the
House
former headmistress,
uniform.
Euphraxia Mole.
Okay, let's see what that is. Yeah, don't get me wrong, like, the collecting is fun. It's just lengthy. It takes a lot of time. So it would have just taken up too much time in the videos. I didn't want to end up making this like a 200-part series, so... The Relic House uniform. A house robe for the cunning and ambitious Slytherin, earned by using the Daedalian keys. Wow. Okay, that's nice. That's really nice. That is really nice. It sort of has like a little, like a kind of like a glow to it. If you look closely, it's sort of like shimmering, which is really cool. Oh. Okay, so when you actually cast a spell, it will like glow. That's pretty cool. I do quite like that. We may go back and we may use that at some point because I do think it's pretty cool. However, I love this dragon hide protector's cloak at the moment. But since we're going to do some lessons and we're going to go learn some spells, I think it's only right that we put the uniform back on. So, oh, why is that still highlighted? Speak with Nelly. Okay. Oh yes, she was the one that gave us the quest. Forgot about Nelly. Sorry, Nelly. Sure, she'll be excited to know what's been found. So, which way do we need to go? So I have noticed, I've been really loving this game. Like it's you know, incredible, and it's really is the game that we've all sort of dreamt of, all Harry Potter fans. But, and I get that it's still brand new, it's only been out about a week, but I've noticed a couple of times certain clothing will clip, which it isn't a big deal. I know some people get really hung up on that. It doesn't bother me that much. It is just something that I've noticed. Like sometimes, you may have noticed earlier with the robe, sometimes when you're on a broom it happens, but again, like I said, it's not really a big deal for me. But I get why people get upset, but it's something they could easily sort of patch out. And even if they don't, it's not the end of the world.
Were you able to follow one of the Daedalian keys?
Hello, Nelly. Actually, I found all of the keys and opened my house chest.
Oh, wonderful. What did you find?
I found a rather interesting costume.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for solving that mystery for me. I always wondered what those keys would lead to.
Perfect. So yes, that's another side quest done. So it's more to the tally. So let's go learn some spells. Let's start with, I mean, Flipendo is iconic, so let's go do Flipendo. If anyone has played the Philosopher's Stone on the PS1, you'll understand why Flipendo is so iconic. So we're going to go learn Flipendo. I just think it's a must. It's a must.
Perhaps a hybrid.
I finished the activities you assigned me, Professor Garlick.
Wonderful. I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in our lives. I am forever enraptured by it. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes. Didn't realize how long I'd been at it until the sun began to set. Well, if there's one thing I love to see more than my plants thriving, it's one of my students doing the same. Now, ready to learn Flipendo? Chin up, keep a light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go. You will want to focus with this spell. Nothing as mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few pots. Wonderfully done. If you'd like to practice a bit more, you're welcome to do so here in the greenhouse. Just mind please.
I didn't mean to try and set her on fire just there. So flip objects and enemies upwards and backwards.
Well done.
That's cool. I like that. Perfect. Okay, so we actually have some dialogue options with Professor Garlick. I don't know if these are going to open up any more quests or anything like that, but we might as well explore them while we're here.
Professor Garlick, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, but really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvelous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor.
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your wigan trees.
Okay, so we've got a little bit of a backstory about Professor Garlick, which is interesting. So we've got a couple more spells to learn, so we'll quickly go and grab those. Luckily, most of them are pretty close to the flues. So we need Professor Kagawa.
Welcome back.
There she is.
Have you finished?
Reporting back, Professor. Assignment's all finished.
Well done. Shows good discipline. Wisdom is a golden snitch, as they say, and you're proving a skilled seeker in that regard. Let us practice our Restore Momentum. A charm, incidentally, created to stop quaffles from plummeting straight to the ground during a Quidditch match. Precise, deliberate movements. Very good. I say that's it. Keep it up.
That's another spell for our arsenal, which is great. So now let's go and grab Descendo quick, and then we're going to jump into this main mission. So we're learning a lot of spells. Problem is that we can't equip them all. So I'm not sure what the best loadout is.
Handy resource indeed.
I assume it's very subjective. But if you guys have any insights into maybe what the best one is, if you want to let me know, that'd be wonderful. But I may have to play around with it and decide which is the best one. The classroom cutscenes are great. It just makes me want to be there.
I hope those assignments were challenging.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious. Based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come, what do you see in your own future?
I can't get rid of this feeling of a coming danger.
I see. Know that such omens are not damning if they can at least prepare us. And you are preparing yourself, even now. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things. Channel your magic towards your targets. You have it! Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dummy?
So we've just got... where is it? Descendo. Deals no direct damage, but objects and enemies that are slammed to the ground will suffer considerable impact damage. Okay, so the spell itself doesn't cause damage, but the impact of it does. Interesting.
Excellent. I think you have it.
Okay. Perfect. So all of these spells are useful, like they will help us sort of in the world. In terms of like combat and things like that, then I'm not too sure. We'll keep one of the fire spells at hand, because these four seem to be the ones that come up the most, as well as like the blue spells, which is why I've got a sort of whole thing for the blue spells.
Have no business in Hogsmeade.
And then those two are sort of more like my combat ones, which, as I said, I will probably play around with, simply because I'm not sure what the best loadout is just yet. So we need to go and meet Sirona. Cool. So it should be in Hogsmeade. So we'll see how sort of lengthy this mission is. Not a mission. This quest is. And yeah, we'll see if it's one of the quite lengthy ones. This might be the one that we focus on. If it's not, we might do another one.
Welcome to the Og's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
So we're going to speak to Lodgok, another goblin.
Hello, Lodgok. Sirona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to, so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Sirona trusts me, and she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Sirona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
If I retrieve the relic, how do I know you'll tell me the truth about what Ranrock says?
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's tomb.
So it looks like we're doing some more tomb diving. I'm just going to put my outdoorsy outfit back on, just because I think it looks cool. It would be really cool. I don't know if maybe I'm just missing something. Maybe it does have it, but it'd be cool if you could have outfit like presets that you could just switch between. And that is really just a me problem. Like I do like swapping to the uniform when I do classes, and then my outdoor outfit when I'm outdoors. So it'd be cool if you could just open the menu, switch to a preset, and then you haven't got to keep changing things. But I just find it funny where we'll be in a cutscene and I'll be wearing like a dragon skin coat during a lesson. It just doesn't really flow better.
Good. There's no time to lose.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Urtkot. The witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind see things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today.
I'm not sure if I trust Lodgok just yet. We'll see if he comes through. I do just think it's incredible, and I know I've said it before, but you can just see the whole like surroundings. There really isn't any barriers. I know the map is separate, but you can see Hogwarts. If I want to go there, I can jump on my broom, I can get straight there. There's nothing stopping me doing that, which is so insane. The whole map is just open and accessible, which I think is perfect. I think I'm about to get attacked, which hopefully it will just leave me alone, but we'll see. So I'm assuming this is the tomb. I was wondering how far it was going to be, but so far they haven't really ever just left us walking for too long. It's usually only up the path from where you are, which is good. Oh, and I could have ran. That's entirely my fault. I thought that I had to go at his pace, but
the witch's tomb.
Dreadful looking place, isn't it?
How nice to see you, my...
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any questions?
What about this helmet makes it so special?
The Helmet of Urtkot is an ancient and storied relic, forged during a time of unity among the goblin clans. It inspired greatness, that is, until it was no longer ours. Then it became something else. A symbol of what has been lost, of all that wizard kind has taken from us. Reclaiming it would mean a great deal to goblin kind, and to Ranrock. He would be grateful to me should I return it.
It seems Ranrock and Rookwood are conspiring. Why would that be?
I had heard this. When the dark-hearted conspire, they seldom make their full intentions clear to one another. I can only speculate, but I imagine their alliance is uneasy and quite fragile. Let us hope that ours is less so.
don't suppose you have any idea what could be waiting for me inside the tomb?
Considering a Dark Witch was involved, I suppose there's a chance you may encounter the Dark Protectors, known as Inferi. The foul creatures thrive on darkness and the cold. Vanquish them with light, force, and most effectively fire.
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck. I will remain here, eagerly awaiting your return.
We're going to find some Inferi. So I definitely want a loadout that has fire. So Glacius isn't going to help me, so I think we'll stick with this one. Let's see. The tombs are a lot of fun. They can be quite creepy at times. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So let's just add a bit of light until we need it.
It's sealed.
Okay, so this moth is... We've seen these before. We know it's got a slot in somewhere. Question is where? Oh, hold on. No, I think that is supposed to be there. No, it is. So I was just missing the third one.
Lumos.
It's strange that it's set up that way because I haven't been in here before.
Lumos.
But yeah, it's all very dark, very dingy. So we'll have to
Lumos.
we'll see what we come across. I have not come across. Oh, I have come across. I have faced Inferi. There was something up here that I wanted to look in, but I had a little play on the Dark Arts Battle Arena, which was a lot of fun. But it was the same as the others. It was just you had access to the Unforgivables, which was really cool.
This can't be the witch's tomb. Likely, I need to go further.
And I think there was Inferi in there.
Lumos.
No, you stay there. So for this one, I'm going to need... I think it's this. Yeah.
Lumos.
So we'll take that. And then we just need one more. There you are.
I have a feeling I'm not alone here.
If you guys want to see any of the battle arenas, by the way, just let me know in the comments and I can show those off. They're quite fun. Pretty straightforward. There we go, just like that.
Lumos.
I might play around with... She said about force. Yeah, these are all force, so I think maybe let's try Flipendo or Descendo. I'm going to try Flipendo, and then I'm going to put Incendio as well, because she did say it was force and fire. So let's keep those for our combat spells.
Revelio.
Okay, so there is a few things we can grab while we're in here. But how do I get up to it? Oh, okay, I can just make that. Okay, so we're getting some new cosmetic items, which apparently are boosting us, which is cool. Oh, that's wrong.
Lumos.
Okay, so I don't know what. Okay, so that needs a moth. Now I wonder. Okay, so I think what I need here is Depulso and Arresto Momentum, if I'm not mistaken. So I think if I spin that and then freeze it, there we go.
Lumos.
So luckily it is quite easy to switch spells, so even if you haven't got one, even if you haven't got it in your loadout, it is still pretty easy to just stick it in there.
Revelio.
So we need just one more. There it is.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Okay. I'm not sure. Okay, do you think maybe I can use the bones to make a bridge? Maybe?
Reparo.
No. Okay. It was a good idea though.
Guardian Leviosa.
Oh.
I need to get that platform closer. But how?
Wait, so yeah, so I can do that. Okay. It wasn't incredibly clear what I had to do then, but I did it
Revelio. Lumos.
semi-accidentally. So I think that's it. I think that's all. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all there is in here. So let's keep heading towards the marker and see what else this tomb has in store for us.
Looks precarious. Down I go. No other way.
Wow.
It's sealed shut from the other side.
So I'm going to have a quick look in here, because I do think there's going to be some chests or something. Nothing too interesting. There is a little chest up here, so we might as well grab it. Okay, so it seems if you do Accio and then just hold it, he will cast Wingardium Leviosa by himself, which is cool, because it means you don't necessarily have to assign it. But are going down, so I probably want my combat spells back.
Revelio.
Ah. Perfect. Okay, so if we need to get up, that's how we get up. But we don't, so let's go. Let's press on. Okay. Ah. Ow. Okay, so I think I've only just noticed this, and maybe this is just me being bad at the game, but yeah, your basic cast does nothing. I think, yeah, it only does damage when they're actually on fire, which is interesting. Perfect, there we go. So we do have a lot of, you do, when they do go down, they have this, they give this stench of the dead, which I'm pretty sure is like an ingredient. It's an ingredient for potions. I think it needs to go there. Climb it! Ah, he could have climbed that. So is there another one here? Right, the question is, where am I taking them? Okay, so I'm clearly doing something wrong, because it won't let me... Unless, do I have to be on it first, maybe? Yeah, no, it won't let me... It just doesn't let me climb up.
This looks even more complex. Revelio.
So, let's have a look around. Yeah, it just won't... It won't let me climb. Interesting. Is it something to do with this? Is this broken? Yeah, theoretically, I should be able to get up there, and it's not letting me. Oh, I'm so stupid. Like, you have to do it twice. Of course you do. But then,
Revelio.
will I, if I pick up a moth and then start casting other spells, will that moth not fly away, or will I keep it on the wand? Do you think?
Expelliarmus. Revelio. Lumos.
Okay, so now I've got that. If I now, yeah, see, it goes.
Arresto Memento. Lumos.
So the question is, how do I get the moths up there? Ah.
Arresto Memento.
What does that do? Hold on.
Arresto Memento. Revelio.
Can I? Hold on.
Expelliarmus.
I've got it. I've got it. That is like the one of like the moth pedestal things. Yes. Okay, I've got it. I've got it.
Arresto Memento. Expelliarmus. Lumos.
Okay, yeah. So it's just close enough that you can do that. Okay. So now I need one more. I think it's over here.
Revelio.
No. Where's the last one? I think maybe I need to take that one out of there.
Arresto Memento. Lumos.
Okay.
Revelio. Lumos.
So I can take it out, but then it deactivates, so... That's an issue. I'm sure there should be one here.
Lumos.
Okay.
Arresto Memento.
There was one here. Have I been down here?
Revelio. Lumos.
Okay, I think... Am I just being dumb?
Arresto Memento. Accio. Revelio.
Oh, I am being dumb. There's literally one right there.
Accio. Depulso. Arresto Memento. Lumos.
Oh, what an idiot. Sorry about that, guys. That is just me being a fool.
The witch's final resting place. Lodgok said the helmet, a dead Ashwinder. Better show this to Lodgok. I know there's a mechanism to open this door.
So it's not there. Interested. So maybe they're already onto it.
Lodgok, the sarcophagus had been raided. I found no helmet, only a dead Ashwinder.
Damn! They got here first. We need to get it before Rookwood uses it to further ingratiate himself to Ranrock. I saw one of their campsites not far from here, but I fear you must go in alone. My fighting days are behind me.
I'll head there now.
Good. There's no time to lose. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter how small, with Ranrock. To think those wretched thieves have their hands on such a relic.
So we're going to quickly go and see what the crack is over here. And then we'll see what we find out.
You're the one who released You're only delaying the inevitable. I've seen you duel. Your strategy is Expelliarmus. What are your faults on electricity? Arrest those strike. Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus. Confront. That's mine.
The beast rebellion.
That's how you do it. It's a little bit shaky at the start. I'm still getting used to combat. As well as I was saying earlier, I do need to figure out, I think, what the best sort of combat setup is for me. Because yeah, that ain't it. So it should be. I think there might be. I don't think there's any more, but.
That's it.
Okay, there is.
This is for Rookwood! I'll watch the light go out of your
I should move.
Wait till some...
So let's quickly return this. And then we are going to have to call it a day, because this is already becoming a much longer video than what we usually do.
It's rather dark in there. Never stopped me before. I retrieved the helmet from the Ashwinders.
Well done. This is sure to impress Ranrock. The helmet shines even more brightly than I imagined. The etchings, the contour of the profile, remarkable.
It looks stunning, Lodgok. I see why you wanted it back.
You did the thieves a service by recovering it. I know many a goblin who would have killed for it.
Ah, then I'm glad to be rid of it myself.
Thank you. This should earn Ranrock's trust. I will take it to him immediately. It may distract him from his search.
His search?
It is merely an inkling. You have impressed me greatly, friend. I am glad that I trusted you. We shall speak soon. Best to keep our arrangement quiet for now. Many will not believe that our aims might possibly be aligned.
See, I don't trust him. He knows something that we don't. Like, he knows more than he's letting on. But we are going to have to call it a day there, guys. So thank you so much for joining me once again. Thank you for your time. If you've been following the journey, I appreciate you. If you've just joined now, I appreciate you just as much.
I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
Interrupting my outro, Serona. Not nice.
My sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Okay, sorry about that. I should have expected it. That's my fault. I'm sorry. There's usually owls after we complete my missions, but yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate everybody that joins the channel, joins the journey. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and I'll join you in the next one. Thank you so much. Goodbye.